Okay, morning guys, welcome to the Friday session for week 8 of the Guildford City Fitness live stream. Hope you had a good day yesterday. We've got to get going straight away. Let's head hard into the weekend, get a good session behind us. Warm up area nice and clear, drink to hand, and we're going to start the session off with 2 minutes of normal skipping. As always, check in, say hi, say whatever you want. And if you need anything from me, let me know, and I'll try and address it as we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
So we've got Ruben saying morning, we've got Alex, Dave, Yaya.
I hope that Sunday cycle hasn't crippled you yet, Ruben.
Tilly says morning, we've got Alex, Cam says morning, Paige, Charlie, Ewan, we've got Pearl, Matt T and Millie says morning.
Oh, Matt T and Millie. If you guys hadn't noticed, I can only handle 3 names at once, so when you all check in, I'll forget who wrote the name.
Julian says good morning.
How you doing, Julian?
Noah, morning from Ollie.
Noah, hope, let me know if your back needs any more advice. Okay, that's 1 minute. Little break, one more round. And 3, 2, 1, go. I was going to say these are getting easier, but I might eat my words.
Yeah. We've got Elizabeth and Chris Finch says good morning.
How you doing, guys? I assume that's Elizabeth Oatley.
Yes.
If there are other names watching, comment as well. It'd be nice to hear from you. I know Amy watches afterwards. The younger ones always spam in the comments because the parents do the writing, but don't be strangers, guys. Stop. Right, bent the iron cross. Down on the ground. Front crawl, warm up, so bent the iron cross. Spider-Man lunge and rotate. Let's start with really bent knees and then work them to straight. Okay, then Spider-Man lunge and rotate. So I'm going to change it slightly. Instead of going arm outside your lead leg, try and get your forearms close to the ground as you can. No way. Straight back. And thread the needle. So drive your shoulder all the way down. And then the difficult part comes from keeping your back straight as you do it. It's a deep lunge without slouching. Yeah, I got nothing on this side. But I can get a lot lower. So this hip's more mobile than this side of my back. Start learning these things about yourselves. Leg swings and scat press.
We got Morgan.
Good morning, Morgan. It seems like all the alarm clocks have sorted themselves out. Side to side, same leg.
And Lee has Simon, as in coach.
Yeah. I should make sure I wear the same shorts with those leg swings. It makes it look like good one day, bad the other. But. So, ankle past hip, straight back, try and minimise how much hip rotation you get. Step press. It's actually a really good warm up for doing the handstand work too. Drive the floor away. Squeeze all the muscles in the front of your body. Get your spine up as high as you can. And don't bend your elbows. Like even when you're at the bottom, keep them straight. Then IYTW and vertical jump. I was laughing much my shoulders cracked doing that one. But keep it slow, 2 seconds out, 1 second back. I think we're past the point now, but if you balance with your arms, it just takes all the work away from the muscles. So you don't get a proper warm up. 3 each, and then 6 vertical jumps. So as high as you can, break them up if you want. Do them as bounces if you would rather do that. I don't think my ceiling's in danger yet. And then once you finish that, I'll talk you through part 1 for today. We're starting off with some whole body strength. So wall walks, hamstring raise, you'll need a chair for that. And then inverted rows and dips, so you'll need a table. It's a very kit heavy day. Chair for the hamstring raise.
Morning from Ben Tritton.
Afternoon, Ben. Such a dad joke over reading in it. Oh. Right. 10 seconds. We'll get going with the handstand walks. Build it up gradually. If you want to do some wall holds halfway for round 1, do that. So 3, 2, 1, go. So ease into it. Start low. A couple of seconds, big squeeze. Relax a little. Go again. Hands a bit closer. Just making sure you get as much push through your hands and feet as you can, and keep your core really tight. Time for one more 10 seconds.
Tegan says good morning.
Tegan, right, relax. Good morning, Tegan. Right, hamstring raise, 2, 1, go. 20 on one, 20 on the other. And switch sides. And we did it during the week, but you were all in bed. So the point of this is just to condition your hips a bit more for the running. So make sure every part of this is completely in your glutes, so below your pelvis, above your hamstring. Squeeze as hard as you can. Relax. Then you're into inverted row. Quick. In 3, 2, 1, go. And again, if you haven't got a towel, haven't got a table, use a towel. If it's too easy, lift your feet. Just change it up. So if you, when you did bent over rows yesterday, vary this one so it's slightly different. And relax into dips. 2, 1, go. I've got in the habit of using round 1 to gauge where I'm at on the day. So my range is a bit shorter on round 1, and then you can build it up. If you've got any joints that feel a bit niggly, just make sure that you bend your knees if you need to, and your elbows are always pointing behind you. So don't let them flare out to the side. And then push yourself right up as hard as you can when you're at the top. And relax. 30 off, back to the start. Get out of the way. Grab a drink. So wall walks if you want to progress them. Just try and do a couple of seconds of handstand at the top. 3, 2, 1, go. Time for one more, you got 10 seconds. And relax into hamstring raise. Two, one, go. So the further you have your hips from the chair, the more hamstring work you're going to get done. Switch sides. Just make sure you can always feel something happening in your hip. To begin with, pull your heel down to the floor. Keep your core tight, so take a deep breath before you leave the ground and hold it till you go back. And relax into inverted row. In 3, 2, 1, go. Even if you move your feet just a little bit, so start with glute bridge position, feet forward a tiny bit. Okay, last few seconds. And stop. Back into dips. 2, 1, go. Try and make it progressively harder as you go through. Keep your back straight. Move your feet away from your body. And if it does get more challenging, bring your feet closer. Last few seconds. And relax. Okay, one more into that. Back into handstand walks, make sure you've had a drink. So vary it up however you want this time. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, last 10 seconds. Just make sure if you're doing wall holding the top, you've got enough strength to get you back down without collapsing. 2, 1, relax. That was maybe a bit more touch and go than it should have been. Okay, into hamstring raise in 2, 1, go. Maybe try go as far away from the seat as you can on 2 feet. Go up and then do a march. Just as long as when you go onto one foot, most of that support comes from your hips. Relax. Inverted row. Two, one, go. Make sure your hands are even as well. Try a couple with feet elevated. Always start with the hardest variation and then drop down if you have to. You might surprise yourself. 10 seconds left. And relax. Last round of dips. In 2, 1, go. Think about varying your hand position as well. So if you went narrow to start, widen it up, just make sure your elbows still always go behind you. Control your tempo and finishing now. Round one done, 1 minute break. Go find the session. So part 2 is focusing on movement skills. Streamline crunch, press up plank march, and then aeroplanes. So, no kit for this one, just you. Comment if there's anything you want, if you want a variation on any of the exercises we've got here that I haven't mentioned that might help you manage. Then we've been pretty good for niggles this week. But let me know anyway. Streamline crunch in 3, 2, 1, go. So lower back stays on the floor, arms are overhead. spend as little time on the ground as you can. Just always make sure that the lift is initiated from your stomach, not from your arms. And relax. 10 seconds off, and then you're into press up plank march. 2, 1, go. So these are even more fun after a sit-up variation. But just try and make sure your hips don't rock side to side. And that every heel lift is initiated at your glutes. 10 seconds left. Straight legs, push your heel as far away from you as you can get it. And 2, 1, stop. And then airplanes. 2, 1, go. So 45 on each leg. Again, don't worry about reps. Try and get as much time at the top of each rep as you can, or as close to, with a straight leg at the bottom. So again, you're conditioning stability at your hip, co-contraction of all muscles around your hip, so you're going to improve things like mobility, your adductors. Okay, and stop, switch sides. And 3, 2, 1, go. Use walls if you have to. Sort of tapping the wall gives you more time at the top of a rep and more confidence. That's fine, just don't hug it, so you don't want to hold on to it as you go up, otherwise you can just be here all day doing that. But if you want to use it to get you into a range you haven't found before, give that a try. And don't forget, if you put whichever foot you're on, if you aim that hand down to the ground, it'll give you a bit more control. And relax. Okay, so back into streamline crunch.
So we've got, sorry this might be a silly question, but I've
No such thing.
got knocked knees. Should
2,
I have a
1.
slight bend in them or have them fully extended and locked out for the base leg?
It's a great question. It's a very great question, especially when I'm always banging on about straight legs. I will show you a variation when we get there. But the answer is you go as well as you can. So if you find your knees just shaking around everywhere, this could be a great exercise to help with knock knees. If you tool it that way, there's a way to do it. I will go over it. So these exercises are where I really get shown up every week. I don't like it. 2, 1, relax. But I'll get there eventually. Press up plank march. In 3, 2, 1, go. quite important. I'm forever walking around poolside knocking feet down, but to make sure that your ankles don't go above your hips. So you start using your lumbar spine, your lumbar erectors. Like Debbie, can you just tell me if my heel goes above my hip? So.
Nope. Yep.
Yeah, it's really small. You probably won't notice it if you have strong hips and good motor control. But that's part of the point. Relax into airplanes. Okay, so if you have knock knees, I assume it's always caving in. 2, 1, go. So I worry more about the hinge part. So as you go down, bend your knee. So an airplane, you can still do an airplane with a bent knee. If anything, makes it a little bit easier. But if your knee is all over the shop, just work on that bottom position. It's going to be more important for you to get this right than it is to worry about hip rotations. So I would get to here, have something nearby to stabilise you if you need it, and just concentrate on that. One leg, try and straighten it if you can. If it wobbles, just go back to a bent knee, the side on view. And everyone else relax. We're going to switch legs.
Yep, Tilly says perfect, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, Tilly. Okay, 2, 1, go. Tilly, I'm guessing part of that knock knee is that do you have hypermobile knees? Actually, anyone watching, if you can sit on the floor, I'll cover it after the exercise. There's a way to check for it, but it'll have a big impact. Same as when we're doing straight arm planks, and I tell people to go onto the forearm if their elbow shakes too much. It's the exact same thing. Plus, I didn't realise it was Tilly asking. Tilly's probably got plenty of hip stability with all the dancing she does. This exercise is probably more for people that don't do any groin work, breaststrokers who do a lot of groin work naturally. And last couple of seconds, relax. Yeah, so if you are struggling with this exercise, and you can sit on the floor like this, and then lift your heel off the floor with the back of your knee still down, you're probably hypermobile. Hard to illustrate when you're not hypermobile, but...
She said, yeah, I've got proper banana legs.
Yeah, so if you can sit on the floor, if that's the back of your knee, and you can do that, you're probably hypermobile. It's going to make that much harder, so use supports and just do static holds. We're into streamline crunches in 3, 2, 1, go. Last 10 seconds. I hate conceding, but I get more core work done if I don't streamline. Relax. For now, it's getting better though. Okay, press up plank march. 3, 2, 1, go. You can also do it as a single leg plank, press up plank. So last reps. Then try and catch your feet, so just quickly swap, so you're always on one leg. A little bit longer. So the idea is you've got to try and hold your trunk steady while you catch yourself from falling. And relax. Back into aeroplanes. And that's you done for bodywork sessions this week. 2, 1, go. So yeah, knock knees, I'd say just stick here get balance, and then try and just concentrate on straightening your knee. And then just count up how many seconds you spend without your ankle or knee rolling around. Everyone else is still trying to push yourself along the wrong way at the start of the session. Oh no. Wasted a good rep.
Sam C is just signed in.
And relax. There's always one. Okay. Second leg. And 2, 1, go. Yes, it's taken like 4 weeks to get to this point, but I can now. It's not perfect, but I can kind of get up pretty high. Ankle feels okay. Get a couple of reps done. So it takes so much time and concentration. If you start to bail out of a rep, just go back to the start. Maybe cut the range a little bit. Fail. Relax. That's it. Job done. Hopefully you're all in a really good position to do your running session tonight now. Keep forgetting now. Is it rolling today? Yeah. Okay. Grab your rollers or static stretch, up to you. Maybe practice the flow that I showed you yesterday. So use the cushion. But everyone else, we're going to do foam rolling. 3, 2, 1, go. Just try and, I think I've covered quite a few little tips now. So just try and pick one and stick with it for at least a couple of days. So if you go back to the beginning, knee to hip, backwards and forwards, change one thing. So maybe do that on your forearms. See which one you prefer. Just doing that. Okay, relax. Switch sides. So again, everything being the same apart from your arm position. And this is with the second leg on the floor. That's a whole other kettle of fish. If you're going straight on, with both legs off the ground, that's brave. Relax. Into hamstring. Same thing. Flossing is still probably the best one. If you have a massage ball, you try sitting on a chair with that under your leg. So if this was a table, that was a ball, just like bending and flexing and extending your knee. And then go up and over the top. If you take your other foot off the floor, switch sides. And use that knee extension to lift you up. You might find something new. I still only find something if I go right up behind and then lift my leg up like that. A few of you have messaged me this week about those kinds of sensations. It feels more like a shock rather than a muscle ache or a stretch. This is the way to deal with it. Rest your leg over, right above your hamstring but below your glute. Just go up and down side to side. And then check your straight leg raise. If you have any pain down there, check that test and see how it compares. Glutes or hips. So left arm, right foot down. So your left side's on the roller. Jiggle it backwards and forwards using your right hand. Again, forearm makes it easier to relax all your weight down. And then switch sides, you get less control of the movement. Another thing to point out, like I said, if you're having niggles around your hip and knee before you run, I would do this foam rolling before you even start your warm-up. So imagine what you're doing in the cool down, 30-ish seconds and all the key muscles in your lower body. Do that. See how you feel. It might change your warm-up completely. So this was fine yesterday, but I'm going to go both feet off the ground, jiggle it backwards and forwards. It's not my hip, it's on the side, so it's your TFL muscle. What's my TFL muscle? And then relax. So don't forget, you can also roll that muscle on the very side of your hip. Don't neglect it. Into lats. So remember from the start, change one thing and then explore from there. So you almost want to break up the foam rolling into 3 phases, where you have your start position, and then your exploratory phase where you start messing around with your form, and then go back to where you started and see if it feels any different, or if it feels easier. That way you'll know if it had an impact. Switch sides. So if you were going to test your lats, or maybe do the lat to wall stretch. Sorry. It is a stretch, but it's not as effective as this. See if you find more range. And don't forget with lats, you can just rock backwards and forwards as well. So I'd say the normal one I've shown you is up and down, because you're going from upper body to lower body. And backwards and forwards is front, from your chest onto your back. And then just try and do that with your arm over your head. Have fun with that. And then chest. Any other comments on that?
Nope.
The opposite hand does the moving. It's just the hand, so the wrist of that arm, and then the shoulder of the side you're rolling. And then the more weight you can get up off the floor, the easier it'll be. Switch sides. You can also try, if you lie flat on, with your arm out to the side. So you're facing the camera. So if your arm's out to the side, like you've just done a dumbbell fly, and then just put the roller so that the holes are, the ends are going from the ceiling to the floor, or from wall to wall when you're lying down. You can then pretty much do IYT, and yeah, have fun with that. It's going to feel almost like you're sawing your pec, because the roller's going in the opposite direction to your muscle fibers. But you can relax a lot more because you're lying on your front. So it's a trade-off. So don't forget that one. Imagine just IYT, but with a foam roller there. Neck and ankle as always. I need a new verbal crutch. Every time I say as always, it really annoys me. But you guys don't have to worry about that. Let's go challenges. I think it's a kind one today. It is. So it's a mobility one. So put into practice everything we've covered. Go through this week's videos. It's literally the last 10 minutes of the sessions. If you haven't been, if you've had to shoot off, and it'll cover all the fundamentals of the recovery that we kind of need you to go through. I've done it very deliberately so that if anyone's got a niggle, I'm basing it around. So my process is, someone tells me, oh Jordan, this hurts when I'm doing so and so. I'll come up with the thing for them, and then I then tell the group a way around it without naming anybody. So all these little things that I've shown the group, there's someone out there who's had a one-to-one with me on it. So do it, fit it into your warm-ups and cool-downs. It will probably answer the majority of the questions you might have. And then once you've tried all those things, if it's still not helping, then you can come to the coaches, because it's just going to help you start to learn more about your own body. It's an engaging conversation as well. Like, this hurts, I've tried that, I did that with the foam roller, I've been doing this. It informs a lot of our decision making. So take ownership. Over that, it's 30 minutes, key stretches, the usual. The more questions I get, the more I know that people are engaging with it, so please do. And then Saturday, it's as many rounds as you can, 12 minutes, or 10 minutes for days. 10 double dead bugs, 200 meter run, and 10 sit to stands. Let us know how you get on with that. Watch Alex's talk on his progression through the club, if you haven't already. Another great video from one of the assistant club coaches. That you guys have done an absolutely outstanding job with that, considering everything that's going on, and it's probably helped a lot more people than you realise. So again, thank you for doing it. That'll do. Enjoy your weekend. I'll hear from you all over the course of it anyway, I'm sure. And then from everyone else to everyone else who's watching, I want to wish you a great day from everyone at Guildford City. See you later.